Movies like The Strangers Chapter 3 makes me not want to see every movie in theater this year because holy crap, this was that bad. Watching a movie in theater is meant to make you forget about the outside world for about an hour or two, but this one made me want to leave the theater and drive into a freaking ditch. I'm just gonna get straight into this. Whatever you do not go out there and support this dumbass movie. The story is non-existent. The characters in here are all dumb and completely forgettable. And by the end, you'll be happy that this movie is over along with this trilogy. Here, we start off with the same old, same old. Maya, the main actress, is going away trying to hide from people. But as she enters a church, she leaves the door wide open behind her. And then she walks in slowly and looks at a piano. And I'm thinking, don't tell me that she's going to try to play it. And guess what happens next? Slowly but surely, she puts her finger over the piano and plays one key. I'm like, dude, are you not trying to hide from people around you? Like, are you trying to be safe or not? And then after this scene, to make it worse, she finds her car and drives off, trying to escape, right? But guess what happens next? If you guessed it, then damn, point to you because she crashes into a freaking tree. Stupidity started off really strong with this one, and this is only the beginning. Can you believe after the horrendous reception of part 1, they went back to reshoot some scenes for part 2 and part 3? After seeing part 3 and last year part 2, I'm thinking, what feedback do you go off from? Because clearly whatever they reshot did not work at all. Back to the movie though. This movie pretends to be something that it's not. It pretends to have tension. Like there are some scenes where people are just looking at each other, staring hard at each other, trying to make it seem that there's tension and something actually behind those eyes and behind those faces. And nothing is there. Like for example, there's a scene when Maya's talking with the sheriff. Like it's so awkward and they're just staring at each other and I'm thinking, are you guys having a face-off, trying to see who's more prettier? Like what the hell is happening? Actually, I take that back. I know exactly what's happening. That stare is so deep that they are looking deep into the abyss of the script because it's non-existent. This movie does that thing where it makes you want to connect, or it thinks you might connect if they show you flashbacks of the strangers, making you think and feel, oh wait, now we know more about them, so if something happens to them, or if something happens overall with them, then we will probably be attached. But that's not at all how this worked. Everything when it came to the flashbacks was just useless and a waste of time. I know they want to go into a whole different direction, but thing is, it wasn't executed at all well here. Despite being the third final film for this trilogy and the main character being Maya, she was actually, I feel that she was put on a back burner because most of the screen time goes to a sheriff, her family, these dumbass backstories or flashbacks if you will, and oh my god, don't even get me started on her freaking family. The way they go into town, try to find their sister Maya is completely understandable, but the way they go about it, they bring a security guard, or at least it seems like it's a security guard, not friends. But the security guard and the family, they follow someone to a certain location. They find this RV home, and the security guard tells them, oh yeah, just go in there and wait for me here to make sure it's safe. Who in the right mind would do that? First of all, you are going to a random town, your sister is missing, and everything around you seems to be shady, or everyone at least. And why in the hell will you make someone go into an empty RV home, not knowing who it belongs to, inside this town and leave them alone? Make that make sense. And then what happened next is just completely laughable. Honestly, they all deserve whatever they got. I will give you a little snippet of the scene so you can better understand exactly what I'm talking about. There are two people in the RV, and one of them has a gun. They are being attacked, and one of them says out loud, I have a gun. Dude, why in the hell were you trying to say that out loud? Like, wouldn't it be smart for you to just keep it to yourself and shoot them whenever you can? But no. And then in a bit, he says, I'm gonna shoot. Like, my guy, why are you saying shit out loud? Just keep that shit to yourself and be careful and try to protect yourself. But no, just blabber things out loud so that way they know exactly what your next step is. And then we move on to the ending. This ending was the most anticlimactic ending ever. It just freaking happens. It has this awkward ass ending that you think, what the hell am I watching now? But I was just glad that it was finally over. Mainly also because this movie is so predictable. Throughout the whole movie I was thinking, let me guess, she's gonna do this, and this is gonna happen. and bam, exactly is what happens. Next scene, oh yeah, she's doing this, so this is gonna happen next. Bam, never fails to disappoint you. You are much better off playing a video game, any video game where you can just replay the end and kill the boss. That is much better and much more entertaining than this crap. And this movie is about an hour and 30 minutes long. Half of this movie feels like it was just shots of the roads going back and forth. So because of this, in my mind, this movie is titled The Strangers, The Road to Nowhere. A lot of scenes in this movie are dragged out to the maximum, only to fill out the 1 hour and 30 minute runtime. Because if they were cut short, or even a lot of scenes were removed, like those flashback scenes, then it would have been like approximately an hour or so. I do gotta give props where props are due. There is one particular scene where Maya threw me off and I was thinking, oh shit, she actually is smart. Okay, I applaud her this one time, but after that, it all went downhill once again. So in conclusion, this one is soulless. It's completely void of any human connection. It loves to waste your time, and you are much better off rewatching another movie that you actually love and enjoy. I'm just glad this movie was over, and to be honest with you, the true horror here was the studio greenlighting this horrendous trilogy. Well, this all leads me to my rating for this film, and for this one, I give it a solid 0 out of 5 stars. This is not the true cinematic experience in theater or anywhere. I do not recommend this movie to anyone. And I mean, nobody should see this movie. Because the way I think about it is, if they wish for you to actually attend the screenings or to go see the movie, then they should put in the hard work for us too. We are not going to fall for a lazy cash grab. Well, thank you for your time today, my cinematic family. You are a true cinephile for sticking it to the end of this video. Please hit the subscribe button, maybe the like button if you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts on The Strangers Chapter 3 if you've seen it or if you plan on seeing it. I am Chuy, and this is Chuy Cinematic Talk. Take care, and I'll see you next time.